Action one. Yeah. I am the messenger. The messenger. I can't think of a time or a day or a minute that I don't go down on my knees and put Jesus in it. Sinful nature had me feeling so weak emotionally. Feels like I'm sinking, never to rise no more. Father, yesterday, today, forever. You never change, you never change, you never rearrange. Omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient. Without you in my life, what I go do, what I go do, Lord, I go dead if I don't have you. Here comes Jesus to the rescue. Father, you never ever fail me, yeah. Lord, you never ever fail me, yeah. When I fall down to the ground, your love keep me safe and sound. You never ever fail me, yeah.
Just tune it, so make sure that it's staying on him. Can you do that for me? Go ahead.
4 volunteers. Alright, we have
Try
one.
not to kick the tray.
Who next? I saw you have 2. Yeah, stand up, you volunteer. Who be number 3? You? Alright. No, we have volunteer friends. Nice. Who be 4th one? You? Right, come.
Let's get a little closer. Ready?
So, Auntie Jada, I want you to read through or tell us what we are going to do. Why did I bring?
Right.
Alright, yeah, that was again. Go volunteer.
I'm older person.
Somebody go back up, you see.
Just so I am.
Yeah. Yeah, this is all about. So, Auntie Jada, I like how you wear this tradition too. Very comfortable.
Alright, so I'm going to read this story. But I'm going to read different parts of the story, and you are going to act out what I am reading.
Let me do it.
But you all have to work together.
As a team.
Yes. So all 4 of you can be doing different things. You all have to, all 4 of you all have to project one story, which is the story I'm going to be telling. So the first scenario, right? Start with the story. The Israelites had been slaves in Egypt for 400 years, but God sent Moses to lead them out of slavery. Pharaoh refused at first, so God sent 10 plagues to show his power. Finally, Pharaoh let them go, and they marched out of Egypt, celebrating their freedom. But then, trouble came. Pharaoh changed his mind and sent his army to chase them down. The Israelites found themselves trapped, and the Red Sea was in front of them. And Pharaoh's army was behind them. They were scared and thought they were doomed. But Moses told them, "Do not be afraid. Stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today." God told Moses to raise his staff, and suddenly, whoosh, the Red Sea split in 2. A dry path appeared, and the Israelites hurried across to safety. They reached on the other side, and the water crashed down on Pharaoh's army.
I can't swim on it. Alright, thank you very much. So when you see them in the Red Sea, God came through for his people. And I can tell them, that's possible too. So I can imagine how Pharaoh men felt when that sea came crashing. So that is story number 1. We have another one. Auntie Jada, what's the next story?
Alright, so this is the story about the man.
Alright, I want all the hungry people
Israelites traveled through the wilderness. At first, they were excited, but after a few weeks, they had a big problem. They ran out of food, so they started complaining. Moses, why you bring us here to have nothing to eat? But God had a plan. He promised to give them food from heaven to wash them right out of the water. Can you imagine how they was back in the The next morning, the Israelites woke up and saw tiny flakes on the ground. They were confused, so they asked, "What is this?"
What is this?
That's actually what manna means. So, manna means, what is it? Moses told them, "It is the bread the Lord has given you to eat." The manna tasted sweet like honey, and there was just enough for everyone. But they had to trust God and only gather what they needed for the day.
For tomorrow.
So the lesson from this story is God provides everything we need, sometimes in ways we don't expect.
Yes. That's why they are around for each
Thank you,
other.
God.
So just like any time the kitchen always provides our needs, God provides our needs. And I want to give special shout out to the kitchen crew. Next story.
Third scenario, water from the rock.
Wait. I need a stick. I want to do this story.
So we have another for this one.
And I want somebody to just stop playing them. You know what?
Wait.
Somebody who's ready to go.
Somebody who's ready to go.
I see people who want to already coming.
Alright, good.
Alright.
Let's see, boy, I want that next complaint. You have something?
Who went already?
Alright, let me have it up here. Let's go.
Alright. So, the Israelites had food now, but another problem came up. So it's problem after problem after problem. They had no water. The desert was hot, dry, and they started to panic. So whoever were hungry, and now they have water. Moses, we are going to die of thirst in this place. They kept complaining and complaining. Instead of trusting God, they worried and doubted. But God was about to show them his power again. God told Moses, "Strike the rock, and water will come out of it for the people to drink." Moses tapped the rock with his staff.
Hey, what kind of strength is that?
You're not thirsty. Moses struck the rock with his staff, and suddenly fresh, clean water came pouring out, and there was enough for everyone to drink. Drink water. Alright, so this is the third scenario. So this is even when we are struggling, God will always take care of us.
Yes, that's right. Thank you very much. Thank you to Moses, even though I find this Moses gentle.
That's a good thing.
The fourth and final
That's a very good thing.
Jordan River crossing. Fourth and
I
final
want some
scenario.
big people. I finally seen them in church. And what to them teams going? What is?
Yes.
Yeah, some big arm. Yeah, some big heavy.
Batman, no.
Anyone on the team didn't go? I want to go up. I watch up Jabari, July. Janae, come. Come, Janae, come. very good. Right, so you'll have to listen, eh? I don't know if see what is the older ones too. Or they acting kind of be better than the younger ones. Right? So, the Israelites had spent 40 years wandering in the wilderness because they didn't trust God.
Start to wonder.
So, every problem they have, they keep doubting God. Even though God has been coming through for them every single time, they still doubted God. But now it was time to enter the promised land. There was just one last obstacle. The Jordan River was flooded.
Real water.
God told Joshua, their new leader, exactly what to do. So the priest carried the Ark of the Covenant, and the Ark of the Covenant is a special golden box that represented God's presence. So they carried the Ark of the Covenant, and they stepped into the river. As soon as their feet touched the water, the river stopped flowing, and the ground became dry like wood. The ground became dry. All the Israelites marched across to safety just like their parents had at the Red Sea. So this lesson teaches us that God will always lead us in the right direction.
All right, let's do the power.
Alright, so as you would have seen from these scenarios that follow through the storyline, right? We all would have a wilderness, we all would have felt hungry in some way, shape, or form, we all would have felt thirsty, and sometimes we fail to thank God and have faith in God to help us through our problems. So when we go through our wilderness, when we have a river to cross, when we have doubts, when we have obstacles, it cannot be that every single problem we have, we don't go. We need to pray and trust that God will lead us in the right direction. Imagine being in slavery captive for so long, getting beaten, blood, seeing our peers die, and God saved us. And after He saved us, He helped us and created a path for us to live, and we still don't have faith that He will take us through. I don't know how they still didn't have faith that God would have pulled them through. But God still helped them and He could carry them through it all. So, what's one way that you could trust God this week? Think about it. And this will help you show more gratitude and have faith that God will take you through anything.
All right.
So I take it back to Elna. Praise God.
That's right. All right, let's start. Auntie Deaconess Jada with a lovely round of applause. Right, so we have about 2 hours here. You ready? I feel like you could go for an hour again, man.
Yes, go for another hour.
Half an hour. I'll tell you that. Alright, so I just have a short little presentation here. So it's the title, Camping with God. What's in your backpack? Anybody ever in backpack? You know, anybody ever walk through the Anybody ever went to Brother Smith in a backpacking trip? The first time you go, Brother Smith said, don't go on alone. Like, what are you talking about, man? I'm strong. I can carry that, man. By the time the first night reached, you're already shouting in the most shocking time. But we're going to look at what we should have in our backpack. So, our team answered this, right? The packing for our week at camp. I end up on a pen and big suitcase I told the ruler in here. I didn't want to go in our concept. What do you bring? You bring a sleeping bag, you bring some snacks, you bring a flashlight. But what if I told you the most important gear is any of those things? It comes from God. The Israelites, they didn't have any fancy gear for them, so they didn't have a phone, they didn't have no nightstand. But they had God. So let's unpack and look at some of our camping checklists that we should have for our spiritual life. So first thing, anybody ever pitch a tent and you forget the stakes home and you come back and you see a tent in someplace else? When that breeze blow, Easter breeze blow, and you have AIC tent in the air right here. Right, so let's look at Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1. Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. 10 pegs or stakes to keep your tent from blowing up. Simple. For Israel, faith was their anchor. And even when they couldn't see promised land, they had to trust God's pillar of cloud and fire by night. Oftentimes we can't see what's ahead, like starting in school year or facing a fear, but faith says, God got this. I can assure you, when you go on your hike tomorrow and you see where brothers say have to pass, you will need to rely on the faith in God and you're going to be strong and sturdy. So ask me, what's one thing you need to trust God with this week? I don't think adults have plenty. I can't say adults one. You have plenty. But church, just think about that one thing. For those who have stakes coming up, PSD coming. For those who have SDA, I hope you're ready. Coming up soon. Right? So look at part 2. Campfire of prayer. So if we look at 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 17, it says simply, pray continually. At camp, well, we did not this camp, but more will than survival camp. We tend to gather around the fire to sing, to laugh, to run on some clothes. For Israel, prayer was like their campfire. It kept them close to God. When they were thirsty, they prayed. They say, "Be the rock and the water." When they were scared, they prayed. Prayer isn't just fancy words, it's just talking to God, like how we would talk to our friend by a fire. Right? So let me see. Do something for them. Close your eyes and tell God one thing you're thankful for. You have 10 seconds. Go ahead. All the church, close your eyes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Come on, my eyes now. They tell God about 10 things. Part 3. A trail map. Anybody here know where terrace corner? Right, we have all director there. So if you know we get lost, you know who to look through. Let's look at the Psalm 19 verse 11. I have kept your word in my hand that I might not sin against you. If you are lost on a trail, a map says it. Anybody ever saw a map like a real map? A big paper map? Because you don't go anywhere in the bush and the pizza and the keyboard, they have your edge. The map's not going to load it. The same way, they can end up on the job or the work. You know what time to go? Look through the Bible and go through what I'm going to text. What Bill say and he did that, which was what? Left? In the what? In the hearing of it? No, you don't have time for that. You have to have it in your heart. So, the God in Israel, 10 commandments as a trainer. Today, we have the Bible of our map. It shows us how to live, how to love and follow Jesus. But a map only works if you use it. Let's see. How many people here, or there might be people, they say, I'm not talking to the adults. Back in the days, you ever drive with your father or your husband and he refused to take direction? I know what I'm going. The party man goes 10 times now. You had the map right on the phone, but you don't want to hear that. Talk about the compass, I do this long time. What do people have to the map and they don't need it? I have too much experience with that in my father when I was young. That's my Lord. You still just realize this was quite right there. So, here's a challenge for this week. Check your map every morning. Read one Bible verse. It's like God saying, this way, come back. And last point. You don't need perfect faith, you just need it. Faith, prayer, and His word will get you from shore to shore. You don't need GPS. You don't need navigation system. You just need to have faith in God. And it's very simple. You know when I exercise faith? When we want to go, we have worship on the outside part of the good to bring in the Sabbath, and I had my eyes closed during prayer. And I was start to rock. And started to go someplace. And I said, Lord, there is something. Because I don't know if I will open my eyes and see any water. But no, it might sound funny, but every time in life will rock it. They go over and take out it so when they take out it, they get it and they get things so. But we have to have faith that God will bring us through. Otherwise we'll get greedy and worrying. You never felt ashamed that you know you're a Christian. God brings you 10 times, but 11 times you start to worry. And then when you bring it to after, I felt that I'm like, you know, I'm actually feeling embarrassed. I'm like, wait, is Jesus going? I shall be better, you know, because the way how you handle the situation, I never had reason to worry. And you have continuously demonstrated to me that I have no reason to worry. So, I want us all to keep in our hearts that the most important thing we are supposed to have as adventurers, as pathfinders, as master guides, as AYs, is to keep that love and trust for God in our heart. To read His words that we could draw Him out, so that when the internet goes down, we could be able to find our way through life. So, I just want us here to stand for a word of prayer.
I have the extra battery here, right? So I think we're going to finish this. We'll finish this part and stop the recording, right?
Alright, let's pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for your blessings towards us. I thank you for your word, which is a light unto our feet and a lamp unto our path. I ask as we go into the rest of today that you will continue to abide with us, help us to keep your Sabbath day holy. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Stop it.
All right, have your seats.